So our next group, that was quite a large group. Our next group is just two improvisers, and they come to us from Minneapolis, Minnesota. They're going to be doing it a little differently, so they'll take a suggestion, and it'll be in a style that's a bit unusual for improv, but I'll let them explain it. This is Juliet and Juliet.
New World City, we are Juliet and Juliet, Master William's players of his still unwritten works.
We have here tonight, ready to perform for you, the most newly discovered of Master William's work. However, being an author, he hath not yet a title for this work quilled. Therefore, we look to thee, fair viewers, to give us this title. Therefore, can I please have a profession that may have existed during this time?
Tinker.
Tinkers! Tinkers and bloodletters all. Tinkers and bloodletters. Aye, but I do feel that Master William himself preferred the Tinkers. Aye! Tinkers indeed. And then a European city.
Paris.
Paris. Ah, the Tinkers of Paris. Thank you. I know not where else to ply mine scraps, good sir, so thou must not turn me from thine door. Nay, if thou does, I shall be a beggar once more, and I have so far raised myself one bit above the floor that to fall upon it again would be pure agony.
Gentle fool, this be not mine problem. I look to thee to do mine bidding, and yet thou dost carry thine days away with such meaningless tasks as this. I have a great household to upkeep, and all of Paris whose bidding is done on mine behalf. Therefore, I must cast thee aside, as I do the scraps that I feed mine dogs.
Good sir, if thou dost cast me so from thine house, I shall such rumors spread in the streets of Paris that thou shalt be as sewage that does run amongst them. Aye,
Rumors.
I might tell the people of Paris such secrets that would sully thine name forevermore.
Oh, secrets be the weapon of womanfolk.
And I be so low in thine household that thou dost treat me worse than a woman. I be but a rat. To be raised to the level of woman would be an ascension indeed for one the likes of I.
Aye, methinks that being a rat would be an ascension for whatever gender thou dost claim.
I do claim all for myself. I be all men, for all men do squirm beneath thine boot heel.
Aye.
And I shall bring those very men to thine doorstep if thou dost not this decision reconsider.
Oh, I shall reconsider not, for I, being the Archbishop of Paris,
The Archbishop, who does deal in all duties, both civic and religious both.
I have the law and the Lord on mine side. What have thou, genderless rat?
I have none, but all those that do rally to my cause, and so these scraps which thou hast so thrown thine disdain upon, I shall meld into the metal that shall bring thee low.
I do so wonder, darling girl, that thou shouldst this menial task carry on, knowing that a siege at the door any minute may come. Oh, my little heart, it doth beat so rapidly, like the wings of a hummingbird that hath upon a flower landed, to sip only to go, oh no, 'tis a bee, and to flutter away rapidly. This is mine heart, darling child.
Aye, mother, but I would change our father's will, and yet I canst not.
None
And so
can.
I do turn myself to the tasks at hand. I do shape what I might, to forget what I cannot.
Oh, thou art wise beyond thine years, and I do so regret teaching thee to read. For so many ideas this hath given thee that I cannot take back. For I look upon thine mind as a bird doth look upon a flower, and they say, oh, 'tis a bee!
I do understand thee all too well, and thou couldst not have shaped me any differently, for thou art the mold, and then I the shape that didst fill it. Thus a child is always meant to be her parent's opposite.
'Tis an unlikely curse that has befallen me, that thou shouldst be so unlike me and so like thine father.
Aye, and thou dost often chastise me for it.
I mean not to, mine girl, 'tis merely that thine father did thine own nurse, who did this motherly job for me many years do, he did her send away, for he did look upon her and say, nay, a rat could do this job, and so then a rat it did. And then the rat we did fire, and I did mine own task of mothering thee take up again.
I didst many years, though fondly, learn from that rat. It did squeak at me such teachings as I still remember well.
It did teach thee to treat the lowliest of creatures as thine equal, and for that thou art unlike thine father, but in every other respect, in thine mind and thine abilities and thine literacy, thou art thy father, there is the very image.
Aye, mother, and yet I would that I could bend mine father's will to mine own, though I know it be unnatural for a child to so do. And yet I do fear that he shall bring our house low.
Oh, Angelique, thou hast not an idea of what will befall us should those marauders into this Archbishop Castle.
Aye, we be the Archbishop's family of Paris, and we do in Castle live.
Aye. Why dost thou say this to me? I live here, I do know.
Oh dear, I cannot often entirely comprehend how bountiful mine life has been, and so I must utter these unbelievable facts again and again unto myself, saying, Angelique, believe them, for they be true. The Archbishop's daughter and the Archbishop and thee do both live in a castle.
With rats.
I was for many years taught by a rat, paid by my father in his employ.
I would I could have been thine rat, but
Great mother, thou wouldst not bring thyself to be in a rat's place. Thou art much too fair, much too delicate, much too beautiful.
I do look upon a flower and think how delicate, how fair, how beautiful, and then I look at the flower and think, a bee!
Mother, I shall then retire to mine own chambers, for I am weary with talk of mine father's misdeeds.
Aye, go to, girl, go to.
And I do tell thee that we must not any longer labor under the Archbishop's unwholesome decrees. All right! All right! Arise!
All right!
A riot!
Orion?
A riot!
A riot?
A riot we shall have!
A rat?
Arise! Arise from the ground! A riot we shall have! All right?
All right?
All right! Aye, all arise and do call to the Archbishop. Nay, we shall labor no longer under thine unwholesome decrees.
Oh, I nearly did here come for the beer that 'twas promised me.
And the barkeep shall serve thee, but only if thou dost hear the words I have to speak against the Archbishop. For he be a man, though he has been given by God the decree to us minister, he would rather have us minister to him. Be that right? Nay, it be wrong. Nay, it be wrong.
I must tell thee, gentle speaker of words, I have a rough day had, and I so look forward to that edge that doth from mine life get ta'en off when I do a beer in mine hand have, and the promise of sleep in mine brain know. For in mine sleep I find dreams preferable to this existence that I have.
But thine
If only there were something I could do about this meager existence here in Paris, I do find injustice everywhere and see no recourse. I drink.
the remedy thy malady has name. Nay, it be not merely world weariness, no, it has the name, and that name be the Archbishop. The Archbishop does make thee ill, the Archbishop does make thee so sleepy. The Archbishop does make thee wish for beer and rest, and yet,
But I like beer.
aye, so he makes thee wish for no more beer. The Archbishop would rid the world of beer.
This be no man at all, this be a monster.
Aye, the Archbishop
He
be
be
a
the
monster.
He be a hydra that if you cut away any of his heads, three
Aye,
viewers' heads.
He would have thy beer when thou dost have beer. Thou dost slay that head, and he says thou shalt not have dignity, nor beer, nor serviceable quarters to live in. Arise!
Gentle people of Paris, I do speak to thee of the man's right to beer, and also a man's right to that stuff that this man said. I do tell thee,
That this man did speak of.
I do implore thee that if thou hast any desire in thine heart, thou shouldst rise up after thou hast slumbered, and during that slumber thou didst have dreams that were more pleasant than thine living times. This be mine experience, therefore I do beer drink.
Aye, this man has got the point of it. I follow this man anywhere. What was this fellow blathering on about? The cut of this man's jib is one that I can sail by.
Follow me! I be Patrick of Paris!
This be the man that the people shall follow. Then let my very name be forgotten. Patrick, 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 Why, they do call another's name on the streets, Father. Dost thou not then tremble in fear?
Nay, I tremble for no man,
I not
I
even the
do.
one named Patrick.
particularly not. I who trembles for no man, who stops to consider no woman, who looks upon no rat with dignity. I do but tremble when I do feel like trembling.
And if 'twas written in the Bible that a man should tremble before God, wouldst thou then tremble? For I fear that there be no figure that thou wilt tremble before besides thine own.
I, before the law and before the Lord, I would tremble. But this be of mine own volition, for I do the law and the Lord greatly esteem. Therefore I do willingly tremble wherein I find necessity.
That thou hast no estimation for naught here on earth.
Nay, not for thee, not for thy mother, not for the people of Paris, not for the mere bishops that are not archbishops. That be how it works.
Aye. And the cardinals which lie above thee, and the Pope himself.
The Pope be in the gray area.
Thou art not certain if thou dost or does not the Pope esteem.
Correct.
Father, I have no choice but to leave thee and join this man named Patrick.
Angelique, I have given thee many liberties, being a woman in this house.
Thou hast given me no liberty, but the liberty of thine turned glance. I have ne'er had a fair thought from thee, Father. Thou hast never looked upon me except as a bug that ought to be squashed, a fly that ought to be swatted, a woman that ought to be taught by a rat. And that ought be not a metaphor.
I did allow thee to be taught. At thine birth I did not from mine sight being a son. Therefore thou shouldst upon thy knees fall to me and thank heaven's fasting that I did give thee any semblance of love.
Nay, I did have many lessons from that rat. And the last be, that when thou hast the whole larder at thy bidding...
I thought thou was about to slap me.
When thou dost have the whole larder at thy bidding, do not beg for crumbs.
I did so think she was about to slap me. 'Twas the most respect for her air I did have. And yet, in that flinch I found something worser in myself. I found fear. Not a good can come of this.
I have been disguised my form, and I here seek out the man named Patrick, for 'tis said he often habits this bar. I know not why a man in such great esteem would attempt. Patrick! A new compatriot has come for thee. A man of great learning and fearsome strength and great teachings and excellent swordplay. I know all these.
Art thou the man, or doth thou announce to me a man?
Nay, I be the man,
Welcome!
You are Patrick?
Aye, this be the bar of Patrick. This be mine tavern wherein many a deed is talked about and many a plan is hatched, like an egg.
And many an action taken, as that chick must one day flee?
Doth the chick have fleas?
That chick must flee and must fly from its nest. If idea she be merely hatched, then they be naught but a broken egg.
I be not a learned man, but do chickens fly?
Aye, many a chicken has the gift of flight. Though they be ungainly birds, they have still wings. Well, be then the man that will lead us.
Aye. My name is Patrick. I shall lead the people of Paris to freedom and beer.
Thou hast not set foot from this tavern in many a day. I did hear them call thy name.
Aye.
And yet thou dost still here reside.
Aye.
Lead the masses who would shout your name.
Nay.
And thou will have merely words and no deeds behind them.
Aye.
It's oft the way of men, is it not? Men such as I. For I be a man as well, and I merely am sorrowed by our mutual plight.
Thou needest not explain to me that thou art a man, for there are trousers upon thine legs and a hat upon thine head.
These be the trademarks of a man. Thou shalt not the people lead.
Nay, wouldst thou do it in mine stead, I would be most grateful, for I desire but to drinketh mine beer and to reflect upon mine thoughts, and I do have a novel that I do desire to quill.
The people of Paris need not a novel by a man such as thee.
Many ideas I do have.
We must not read thy winding musings, saying not if you didst pay us for the very portion on which they are.
'Tis about how hard it is to be a man.
Yes, I shall have no more of the treatise therein. I shall take then the name of Patrick, and lead the people that you have stirred to frenzy. I be a powder keg out there, and if thou wilt not set a match to it, then shall go to nothing.
I liketh not the idea of a match set to any keg. Therefore, this plan I will take no part in. Thou canst be Patrick, and I shall also be Patrick. 'Tis plausible for there to more than one Patrick be.
Nay, for the people do see thee holding thine rightful name of Patrick, and do see me taking thy name of Patrick.
Aye.
Thou wilt see that they, being simple people, would be too much confused. So thou shouldst secret thyself away,
Okay.
or I shall secret thee away forever. In hell. I knew not
Wow,
to bury the lead with thee, for if I did not explicitly mention thy hide thyself, and
I
I shall
will.
not hide thee at all.
I shall into this large hollowed out keg crawl.
Really drown in it, Patrick, scourge of men.
Do I call thee, my lord? I know not.
Thou shalt call me the Archbishop.
Oh boy. I must tell thee that the people be rallying under the name of Patrick. Thou didst already this information know. But oh!
Send another messenger in thy place.
Where didst thou indulge with poison?
I do all have them about my person.
My dying deed will be to a new messenger for thee. Fetch! Oh, gee!
With his words and with his feet.
Mine husband, thou canst not merely go about killing all the messengers that do bring thee ill news. Our own daughter hath, like a bird landing upon a flower with a bee, from this home flown away.
'Twas not the messenger's message that I took issue with, but rather his manner of delivery. Had he good news slowly delivered, this I forgive. Good news speedily delivered, also forgiven. Bad news speedily delivered, forgiven as well. Bad news poorly delivered is a sin that even an archbishop such as I cannot forgive.
Will never the people of Paris... Canst thou not?
My darling wife, I just merely wish for a place to rest my hands.
I do think
I shall rest them instead on this statuette.
my yearly bath. I must my yearly bath take early this year.
Thou didst wish to give me the news in the messenger's place?
I do
deliver
think
it.
that thine heart be softened enough towards me to not mine own form murder.
My heart was once softened by thine own soft glances, and yet I did find, like a morning glory, it was by the sun open, but when night did come, it closed again.
Aye.
And then the bloom did wither and die forever. I be a man who have naught but withered flowers within his soul.
And I a sunflower used to be, and thou mine sun. I did bend to whichever place thou wert, and I do find that never again shall I be a slave to thee in such a way. Therefore I shall quickly deliver this news. 'Tis our own daughter disguised as a man, taking the name of Patrick, that is leading the people against thee.
Patrick?
Aye.
What a name for a daughter to take. She could not have chosen a name more distinguished. Her own name be Angelique, perhaps Angelo. Might have named herself.
This be what thou concerneth thyself with.
For I do have mine office to protect me, and this statuette be of the Pope. I know not whether I esteem him or not. None of us do. Aye. Then I have only my office, and the statuette no longer. I from the window tosser. Depart then, mine wife, I would not have thee caught in the fray, for I shall face this crowd myself.
Aye, and thou wilt be as thou wert when thou wast born, alone.
Father, thou must from these gates depart.
Nay, I shall no such action take. I will look upon thee with the scum around thee, and I will scrub thee with the heel of mine boot, as I do an unsightly spot.
Aye, thou knowst so little of the ways of cleaning, thou dost think thy boot a scrubber? Nay, it cannot turn itself to such a task. And yet, Father, I bid thee, with the last small allegiance that I have for thee, I, the last duty of a daughter to her father, bid thee depart, for I wish not for thine home, I wish to burn it to the ground.
If thou doth not wish for mine home, and yet thou doth wish to burn mine home to the ground, this be a mixed message of air I did one hear.
I shall not thine home consume, but leave it to the flames. Father, leave, or thou shalt be consumed as well.
Mine own wife hath already left me. Mine daughter hath left me too. Indeed, even the rat that did tutor thee hath from these castle walls fled. I did the Pope's statue strike, for I did desire to prove that I need no one else but God, and I knew not whether he was God, therefore I did it.
I do see the shattered visage of the Pope upon the front steps. Thou hast from the window tossed him.
Aye, and here be the scarf that I did around his neck. Keep.
I wish not for any of thine
Thou
earthly
seest,
possessions, Father.
'Tis floating most symbolically.
Recant thine hatred for the people, Father, and we shall leave thee intact.
Nay, no such thing I will do, mine daughter.
Then I shall myself deliver the final blow.